Good YouTube, welcome back to the channel. This is the Texans Better Talk Show. It's gotten to that point of the year where we're already hearing from players that they would love to stay in Houston, which is a good thing. Derek Stingley was just interviewed in the locker room and told a reporter that he would love to stay in Houston forever. And right up front, I think, this is a no-brainer. You have to extend Stingley. Obviously, he's eligible for a contract extension now that he's played 3 years since his rookie season in 2022. And I think you have to do this. I think he's very worth the money. But what does this contract look like, and how important is it to do this contract fairly early into the offseason? Well, corners around the league are making around $24 million. You've got Jalen Ramsey on the Dolphins, $24,100,000 a year, signed a 3-year deal. Pat Surtain, arguably one of the other best corners in the league, is at $24 million a year for 4 years, and Jair Alexander is at $21 million for 4 years as well. There's a big jump between Jair, $21 million, to Surtain, $24 million, and I think you're going to see a similar jump with Stingley. He's eligible for a contract extension. I think you have to pay him. Now, there's two sides of the contract negotiation that I kind of want to get into. I'm starting with Derek Stingley's side. Look, Derek Stingley is going to come to the table with his agent, and he's going to say, I was the best corner in the league. I was the all-pro corner. You could argue he was the best corner since the second half of the 23 season. Stroud's rookie year, around that Broncos game, is when he really started to ramp it up. And you could say he was the best corner all the way through 24. That's not crazy to say, especially now that he has the all-pro corner recognition. This was a contract year for Stingley, and he really proved that he was that guy. He played 16 games this year in the regular season. He sat out the Titans game. 37 tackles, 5 interceptions, and since week 8 of this season, he allowed a 27.99 passer rating when targeted on 60 attempts. So to put that into context, if a quarterback threw the ball 60 times and completed 0 of them, that would produce a 39.6 passer rating. So it was if you're a quarterback, it was better to just snap the ball and throw it into the dirt than to target Derek Stingley on 60 attempts since week 8, which is absolutely absurd. Obviously, a lot of this comes from his interceptions and his tackles for loss, but that is just crazy to think about. Against the Chiefs game, in the biggest game of the season, him and Lassiter were targeted 3 times against the Chiefs and had 0 receptions caught against them. And Mahomes had a 39.6 rating when he targeted Lassiter or Stingley. Absolutely insane. These are crazy numbers. This season proved that Derek Stingley is one of the best cornerbacks in the league. I think he's the best. If you want to go Surtain, you can. But just his playoff performance, I think, puts him in that next tier. So now let's talk about the Texans side of the table, what they can bring to the negotiating table. And the first thing I think is extremely important. Derek Stingley has had one healthy season, that being this season. He played 18 games this season, including the playoffs, the 2 playoff games. Last year, he only played 11 games in the regular season, 13 including the playoffs, and he only played 9 games his rookie year. Obviously didn't make the playoffs then. So if I'm the Texans, the only angle I'm really trying to push forwards is hey, man, you haven't been that healthy. We need a discount. You've been getting hurt. That's the one argument I think the Texans need to keep in mind. They also have to keep in mind that you're going to have to pay Stroud and you're going to have to pay Will Anderson at some point. Oh, by the way, you're going to have to extend Nico Collins by that same time too. So you can't get a player and pay him a bunch of guaranteed money if you're not 100% certain that he's that dude and that he can stay healthy, which I think Stingley can do both. His track record's been shaky. One of the biggest question marks coming out of college was, can this dude stay healthy? But I think this season he proved that. So I don't love what the Texans can kind of argue against, and I don't even know if you want to even argue against this dude. Like, obviously you want to negotiate. You do want to bring up his health history. You want to try to find a discount. But to summarize kind of this negotiation, this is going to reset the cornerback market. They are going to make Derek Stingley the highest paid cornerback in the league. My guess would be you're looking at around $26 to $27 million a year with a minimum of 4 years. That's what I think this contract's going to be. I think you're going to have to pay him $26 to $27 million a year. You can argue the health, you can argue the one fully healthy season, but how well he played for you, the all-pro corner recognition coming, the fact that Jair to Surtain jumped up $3 million. I think you're really looking at another jump of around 3 million to 26 to 27 million a year with 4 years. If for some reason they don't want to sign him for 4 years and they want to sign him for 3 years, I think it'll be more even more expensive. It'll be around like 28 million a year. So we'll see what the Texans and Derek Stingley ultimately decide. Again, I think it'll be about around 26 to 27 million a year for 4 years. And look, I just want to conclude by saying this: you have to do this deal. Like, this is a no-brainer deal that the Texans should 100% make with Derek Stingley. He's proven to you he can be elite. He can be the best cornerback in the league. You absolutely need him to be your lockdown corner going into next season. So I think the Texans will make the deal. It will reset the cornerback market. He'll get paid for sure. And hopefully he can stay healthy, because there's no doubt in people's minds that if Derek Stingley plays a full season, he's one of the best cornerbacks in the league. You just need him to play a full season. And he's proven he can do that, and hopefully that stays up. But let me know what you guys think. What do you think about this contract? Would you want to pay Sting? Would you want to move on from Sting? That's an unpopular opinion. Maybe you would. Let me know what you guys think, and thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one, man. Peace out.